right there, Latin 2. Go ahead and translate chapter 45. My dog's walking around. All right, you're done translating. So, get out the red pen. Here we go. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away in Babylon, a young man, a certain beautiful young man, was living, named Pyramus. In the neighboring home, a maiden to whom the name was Thisbe was living. Pyramus, by chance, immediately fell in love with this young woman. Fell in love with this young woman by chance having been spotted in the road. And Thisbe, with Pyramus having been seen, was seized by love. But alas, the parents of both the maiden and the young man, on account of or because they had been fighting, since they were fighting amongst themselves for many years already, forbade them from joining or from meeting. Let's see. It was not even allowed to Pyramus to see Thisbe. He was very sad, or they were very sad, very much grieving, both the young man and the maiden. There was a wall common to both houses, or to each house of the two. However, there was a small crack, or a small crack was discovered by the lovers, previously seen by nobody. What does love not notice? Sitting at this crack, they were speaking in secret with each other, one expressing love to the other. And that's where I think of Gogurt, like they're squeezing out love through the crack to each other. But soon, with kisses having been given through the wall, to the wall, they unwillingly were saying goodbye. At last, they seized a new plan, for they decided, with their parents not knowing, with their parents not knowing, to go out of home at night, to gather or to meet up to come together into the forest and to sit down under a certain tree together. And so Thisbe, under the silence of the night, when she had hidden her face with a veil, stealthily having set out she hurried toward the woods, or toward the forest. When she had come to there, she sat down under that tree. Behold, however, a savage lion came, with its mouth having been splattered with the blood of a cow. With this having been spotted, Thisbe, terrified, fled for safety into a cave, which was nearby. And while she fled, she left behind her veil, which veil the lion, with its mouth spattered with blood, snatched up, but soon put down. So it kind of sniffed it and then let it go. Hardly a little later, Pyramus, having set out from the city, while he heads toward that same tree, he saw the tracks of a lion. Suddenly, he spotted the veil having been sprinkled with blood. Of the veil of the girl having been sprinkled with blood. Trembling with fear, he shouted, "What happened?" Because he's dumb. "Alas, I killed you, my Thisbe, because I ordered you to come into the forest at night alone, and I did not come first. I do not want to live without you." Therefore, with his sword having been drawn, he wounded himself, and he fell to the ground dying. Behold, with her fear not yet put down, Thisbe frightenedly, timidly came out of the cave, and she seeks Pyramus. Suddenly, she spies the corpse of him lying on the ground. With many tears, she shouts, "Pyramus, who did this?" Then, with her veil having been spotted, already intending to die, she shouts, "Oh, poor me! My veil killed you. Without you, I do not wish to live." And she killed herself with the sword of Pyramus. The parents, overcome by grief, buried them in the same tomb. Now, if this sounds like the Romeo and Juliet story, it's because this was the inspiration for the Romeo and Juliet story. This is a story, by the way, that the Romans would hear and laugh at because these kids are so dumb. They would also refer to it as that story of the two stupid teenagers. So, but yes, it's also romantic and blah, blah, blah. All right, so what I want you to do now is 45A, answer in the tense that you were asked, answer with a verb that's similar to the one that has been asked. All right? Okay, I'm going to hit the button.